So here's the thing. There are 1,000,001 definitions to what it means to be fluent. When you're filling out a job application or when somebody asks you, do you speak such and such language? Are you fluent in Spanish? A lot of times people are like, am I fluent in Spanish or am I not? I took it in high school, I can get by, but I wouldn't say that I'm fluent. So there's all this kind of like misconception about what it means to be fluent. I'm going to tell you what our definition is, and I feel in full integrity telling you that this is the definition because fluent comes from flowing, right? So fluency in a language doesn't mean that you say every word perfectly or that you don't make mistakes. Some people can barely manage that in their own language, and we wouldn't say that they're not fluent. That is called accuracy. When you actually are not making mistakes in a foreign language, that's called accurate. The name of our course is not functionally accurate, it's functionally fluent. So we don't focus as much on making sure that you never make a mistake. We know the mistakes are going to be there. It's part of learning, right? What we do focus on is making sure that when you speak in a foreign language, your language will flow. So you put the two things together and you have functionally fluent. And what that means is that when you take a course with us per our methodology, at the end of each level, you're going to know how to do things in Spanish, and you're going to be able to do those things in a way that flows and in a way that gets you the results that you want. And in our experience, we've been doing this, I personally have been teaching for more than 20 years. I've owned the business for more than 13 years, and we have rave reviews from our students because we're setting them up for success. They come into our classes or they use our materials and they're like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And at the end of sometimes as little as 3 weekends with us, they learn how to do 125 important to them things in Spanish. And there's really just no better feeling than leaving any kind of lesson, but in particular a language lesson, and you're like, man, I walked in not being able to do these things, and now I can actually do it. And it's just so important to adult psychology to have that sense of accomplishment and to also not beat up on yourself for the mistakes that you might make. So that's a whole other video topic. It has to do with, the way adults approach language learning. And so I'll leave that for another video. Thanks for being with me on this one, and I'm glad that you allowed me to clarify what functionally fluent means from our perspective. And good luck with your language learning.